What's the most shameless double standard you've ever encountered? My brother and I both got caught sneaking out on the same night we were 17, and it was summer break. I was meeting friends at the lake for a bonfire. Nothing wild, just marshmallows and ghost stories. My brother was meeting his girlfriend, whose parents didn't approve of him. I remember the moment our parents caught us both trying to climb back in through our bedroom windows around 1 a.m. The hallway light flicked on, and there we were, frozen like deer in headlights. Dad called us both to the living room, his voice that dangerous kind of quiet. We sat on the couch side by side, waiting for the lecture. My brother immediately launched into his story about how his girlfriend was moving away to college soon, and they just wanted some time alone to say goodbye. When it was my turn, I told the truth about the marshmallow, showed them the marshmallow stains on my hoodie, even offered to call Jenna's mom to confirm. Dad nodded, then delivered the verdict. My brother was grounded for the weekend only because young love is important, but I was grounded for a month with no phone privileges, because young ladies shouldn't be out at night, and what would people think? I sat there stunned as the unfairness crashed over me. But we did the exact same. I protested. Mom shook her head. It's different for girls, honey, as if that explained everything. My brother looked uncomfortable but said nothing. I went to my room and cried from frustration. The next morning, my brother slid his car keys across the table. "Take my car whenever you need it," he whispered. "I'll cover for you." I was surprised but still angry at the situation that weekend. While my brother was technically grounded, our parents let his girlfriend come over. They ordered pizza and watched movies while I was confined to my room, not even allowed to text friends. 2 weeks into my punishment, I discovered something that changed everything. I was doing laundry and found a small bag of weed in my brother's jeans pocket. I wasn't going to say anything until I overheard him on the phone with a friend, laughing about how he'd actually gone to a party that night, not just to see his girlfriend. He was bragging about how our parents always believed his stories, while I got the book thrown at me for doing nothing. I confronted him, expecting him to beg me not to tell. Instead, he just smirked and said, "Go ahead, tell them. They'll just assume it's yours anyway. They always think the worst of you." His words hit me like a slap. I realized he was right. Our parents had always held me to an impossible standard while letting him get away with everything. That night at dinner, I decided to test his theory. I confessed to our parents that I'd found weed in the laundry, but didn't say whose jeans it was. And the reaction was immediate. Dad slammed his hand on the table. "I knew that bonfire story was suspicious," he shouted. "They didn't even consider it might be my brother's." My brother sat there wide-eyed as our parents extended my grounding without even asking if the weed was actually mine. I looked him straight in the eyes as I said, "Actually, it was in someone else's pocket. I just wanted to see what would happen." The room went silent. My brother's face went pale. "What are you saying?" Mom asked. I turned to my brother. "Why don't you empty your pockets right now?" His hesitation told them everything. Dad demanded he turn out his pockets, and there was another small bag. The look of shock on our parents' faces was almost worth a month of unfair punishment. The double standard finally cracked that night. My brother got grounded for 2 months, lost his car privileges, and had to attend counseling. My punishment was reduced after I pointed out the blatant unfairness. Our parents never actually apologized, but things changed after that. They started questioning their own biases at least a little. Years later, my brother admitted he was grateful I exposed the double standard, he said. Growing up with different rules made him think he could get away with anything, which wasn't preparing him for the real world. Sometimes, the most shameless double standards are the ones we don't even recognize until someone forces us to see them.